Welcome back class 8 students. I am your English grammar digital mentor and I am back again with a new chapter which is chapter number 21 of your books, punctuation. So open your books, pick up your pens and let's get started. So we'll start with the starter part. Here a passage is given and we have to use full stop, comma and capital letters at the proper places. So let's start with the passage. Now we know we always start with a capital letter. So we'll start with a capital O. Once there was a long day, then a comma. One day he found a piece of meat, full stop. And after full stop, we start with a capital letter again. So here we'll start with a capital H, then E. He took it in his mouth and ran to his living place, full stop. Then after full stop, we'll again start with a capital letter. So we'll start with capital I-N in the way, comma, there was a bridge. So he walked on it to cross, full stop. Then again we start with a capital S, suddenly, comma, he saw his shadow in the river water, then full stop. Now we'll study more about these kinds of punctuation in this chapter. So let's start with part A, that is with the definition of punctuation marks. Punctuation marks are signs such as full stop, commas and a question marks. We use them in sentences to make the sentence meaning clear. We use punctuation marks to structure and organize our writing. Now there are some main marks of punctuation. The main marks of punctuation are as follows. First is a full stop, then comma, a question mark, exclamation mark, semicolon, colon, apostrophe, question marks or inverted commas, hyphen and a dash. Now let's study about them one by one. So we'll start with a full stop. We put a full stop at the end of a sentence. For example, Rahul is my best friend, then a full stop. Similarly, in the second example, the children are playing in the park, full stop. We sometimes put full stop after the words which have been shortened. For example, if we write Sunday as S-U-N, so we'll put a full stop there. Similarly, for Monday, if we write M-O-N, then we have to put a full stop. Similarly, if we are writing months, so for January, J-A-N dot. Then for March, M-A-R, then a full stop. Then similarly for October, O-C-T, then a full stop. Similarly, if we have to write doctor, so we can write it as D-R, then a full stop. Similarly, department, for department, we can write D-E-P-T, then a full stop. Similarly, for Mr., we can write M-R, then a full stop. We sometimes shorten people's first name to one letter, that is initials, followed by a full stop. For example, if we have to write Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, so we can write it as T.A. Ghebreyesus. Similarly, if we have to write Rohit Gurunath Sharma, so we can write it as R.G. Sharma, R.G. Sharma. Now, our next topic is comma. We put a comma between items in a list. For example, she needs paper, comma, pencil and eraser to draw. Similarly, in second example, we have he enjoys tennis, comma, cricket, comma, hockey and football. We put commas between the adjectives when we use a lot of them to describe something. For example, he is tall, comma, smart, comma, punctual and clever young man. Similarly, second example is a giraffe is a tall, then we put a comma, long-necked, comma, long-legged animal. Now we put commas after yes or no and before please. You also put a comma before or after the name of the person you are speaking to. For example, yes. So after yes, we put a comma, you may come in. No. Then after no, we put comma, he has not reached yet. Third example is, have a nice time, madam. Fourth example is, will you lend me your pen, please? We use commas to indicate short pause. For example, she was in the bedroom, then a pause, watching a movie on television. Similarly, in the next example, unfortunately, then we give a pause, he injured his hand. We also use a comma between the names of places. For example, the Taj Mahal, comma, Agra. New Delhi, comma, India. Rashtrapati Bhavan, comma, New Delhi. We also use a comma to set off a noun of address. For example, Rani, give me a glass of water. May I come in, sir? We use a comma to separate expressions that are in apposition. For example, Rohit Sharma, the re-owned cricketer, was awarded with Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award. Next example is the meeting was addressed by K. Sivan, the chairman of ISRO. We use commas to separate expressions like however, in fact, nevertheless, of course, as. For example, however, he decided to give outside support to the current government. Second example is, in fact, I am not satisfied with his performance. We use commas to separate questions. They are coming, aren't they? Second example is, she didn't come, did she? We use a comma to separate a reported speech from the rest of the sentence. For example, the teacher said the school will remain closed tomorrow. Second example is, mother said to her child, drink a glass of milk. Now we use a comma to separate parts of a date. For example, August 15, then we put comma 1947. Similarly, in second example, we have finally on January 26, 1950, our constitution came into force. We use comma to separate part of an address also. For example, B3, comma, near CPC Plaza 2. Similarly, A5/50, then we put comma, Kirti Nagar. We use a comma after salutation and after complimentary clause in a letter or application. For example, my dear uncle, then we put comma and then we start a sentence. Similarly, yours faithfully, then we put comma and then we continue. Now let's move on to the next topic, which is about question mark. We put a question mark at the end of a question. For example, what is your name? So it is a question, so we put a question mark. Similarly, how are you? Our next topic is exclamation mark. We use an exclamation mark at the end of a sentence that shows a strong feeling like being angry, surprised, or frightened. For example, you are completely wrong. What a surprise. Next example is help, a monster. Fourth example is what a silly thing to do. We also use exclamation mark with orders. For example, come here. Then we put a exclamation mark. Second example is sit down. Then we put again a exclamation mark. Now our next topic is semicolon. A semicolon is a longer pause than a comma. We can use a semicolon instead of the conjunction and, but, and, so. For example, yesterday I lost my book. I found them today. Second example is mom enjoys sport. She is a good tennis player. Now our next topic is colon. When we are reading a script of a play, we use a colon between the name of a character and the words that are spoken. For example, Karan, then we put a colon. Karan is saying, what have you got in the bag? Then Shivam, then we put a colon. Shivam is saying, my swimming costume. Then again Karan, we put a colon. Karan is saying, when are you going for swimming? Then Shivam is saying, this afternoon, would you like to come? We also use a colon to introduce a list of things. For example, to make tea, you will need water, milk, tea leaves, and sugar. Now, our next topic is apostrophe. Apostrophe is a comma that we put on the above side. We use an apostrophe with S to show who owns something. For example, the monkey's tail is very long. So we are talking about the monkey's tail. In the second example, we are going to our aunt's house. We also use an apostrophe to show that a letter is missing or some letters are missing when we make a word shorter. For example, I am. This means I and am. So I am is a shorter word. I am the boy who lives near the church. Similarly, in the second example, we can write she is as she apostrophe s. She is an intelligent girl. Similarly, in third example, we have he has been shortened to he's been to London many times. Now our next topic is quotation mark. We use quotation marks to show exact words that someone says. We put the mark with one comma or double commas at the beginning of the words and the same mark at the end. We also put comma before the first or the last quotation mark to separate the words from the rest of the sentence. For example, this book is mine. We put this sentence in double comma, then we put a comma, said Simi. Similarly, in second example, we have I would like to have a cup of tea, please, said John. In third example, we have David said, let's play a computer game. If the exact words that someone says come after the rest of the sentence, we put a full stop before the last quotation mark. For example, David said, come inside and have some coffee. Similarly, we use quotation mark and exclamation mark. For example, is this the way to the airport? The stranger asked. Now our next topic is hyphen. We use a hyphen with compound numbers. For example, 40-2. Similarly, 90-5. Also, we use hyphen with compound words. For example, father-in-law, good looking. Now, our next topic is dash. We use a dash after a list of items when a list is followed by an explanation. For example, parents, relatives, friends, then a dash, none came to his help. Second point is we use a dash to introduce explanation in the middle of a sentence. For example, everybody, then a dash, the men, the women, the children, then again a dash, liked his personality. Now using these concepts, let's do some questions related to them. In this question, we have to use correct punctuation marks in the following sentences. So let's start with the first one. What a lovely rainbow. Here we are showing excitement on seeing the rainbow. So here we can use exclamation mark at the end. In the similar way, you have to do rest of the parts of this exercise by yourself. And with that, we come to an end of this chapter. I hope you understood and enjoyed the concept. We'll meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, take care.